Oh yeah, no. Well, you're on. Yeah, I'll tell you when. Yeah. Hey, that's right. Welcome to the Mark Allan Experience. This is our inaugural episode. This is our pilot episode, as some people like to call it. Here with master producer Yuri.
Hello.
And we are here with a singular focus, okay? And that is to make a top podcast. It's been many, many years of listening to podcasts for me. 15 years of listening to podcasts, and I'm tired. And so here I am. And truth be told, if I'm going to be honest, and we are always going to be here at The Experience, that's a big part of what we do, is shooting people straight, being honest. How did I get here? Okay, sure. One night, hiding in the bathroom, 2 a.m., playing a little Fortnite on my phone, loving a little gun, maybe. Wife comes in, super pissed off, a lot of trouble. Twins were crying, didn't hear it. And here we are. My parents' house, my lovely parents' house in Pennsylvania, lovely suburban Pennsylvania. And we're doing a podcast. And there's nothing, I'm not going to promise you anything now, right? But we're on this journey together. We're going to deliver. It's going to be good. And it's not going to be done overnight, okay? Rome, nothing was built overnight except China, stuff in China. But we can do it. I'm very excited. We have so many exciting things to talk about. I, of course, left my notes somewhere, but that's okay because I got fresh notes. And this is really this first episode, this pilot episode is about figuring out what we are. And maybe it's going to be another episode too. And maybe there's not going to be another episode, but maybe there's going to be 100 episodes. I mean, my personal goal, I didn't really want to speak it out loud so early, but I can tell you that my goal is to be a top podcast. So what does that mean? It's top 100 podcasts. And how are we going to get there? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm here. I'm going to give it my best shot. And I know Yuri's going to give it his best shot, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's where we're at. And I understand that there's lots of podcasts out there, right? So why should you watch us or listen to us? And I don't really want to make that case, but I have to make that case because here you are, hopefully. So promises made, promises kept. No, that's not, we are not going to make promises here because we don't know what we are. And that's okay. That's totally okay to be here in the first episode of a podcast in my parents' house, in the doghouse, filming a podcast, but I got super producer Yuri. And we're going to figure this thing out. That's all I need, right? And that's all you need. You don't need supportive family. You don't need tons of supportive friends. You don't even need a supportive friend. You need a strong man. A strong Slavic dude is how a lot of wars were won. Hey, Dad. That's my dad. So, yeah, I don't want to say everything that we are right now because truthfully, we don't know what we are, but we know what the goal is, right? And the goal is to become a top podcast. What does that mean? I don't know, but we intend to find out. So maybe instead of saying what we are, we should talk about what we're not. And of course, I had a whole list of things, but what are we not? Okay. We're not a health podcast, okay? I mean, look at me. I'm not. He's obviously a very healthy, strapping man, but I'm not exactly a healthy person. I'm not. I've never been known for being particularly healthy. So am I qualified to have a health podcast? No. But again, going back to honesty, really my only goal in life is to be healthy. Actually, I somehow have 3 children, about to have a 4th child, 4 sons. And my only goal in life is to live 25 more years. I don't care about money. Hey, can we get the bells off the cats? Maybe take the bells off the cats. No. All right. It's fine. Not my house. Thank you. And thank you again, Dad, for hosting us. All right. So yeah, health is so important, and health is important to everyone. Are we a health podcast? Maybe. Honestly, maybe we are. I mean, my big challenge, I think, in becoming a top podcast is becoming a top podcaster and being healthy. You know, getting healthy and living a long time. That's all I care about. Also, my son's like twins, a year old now. Oh, God. And doing great. A lot of health problems. Born 3 months premature. One of them, tons of health problems. So, you know, health is actually at the forefront of my life. So this might become a health podcast. Yuri, is health important to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. And you can tell. So being around healthy people like Yuri is good. And it's good for me, and it could be good for you. And we're in this together, right? This is the show. We don't know what it is. We don't know where we're going, but we're here. We're going to put both feet on the floor, and we're going to do it one step at a time, 1 week at a time, and we're coming for the top. Like, let it be known. I, of course, had a list of the top podcasts printed out. I'm not here, but we're coming for all of them. So maybe not health, but maybe health. Maybe we are a health podcast. Maybe we'll become a health podcast. I certainly hope to become healthier as we progress in our casting. So, you know what? Maybe a health podcast. Are we, so let's go back into what are we not, right? What are we not? We are not a business podcast, right? Although, you know, I am a businessman. I have several businesses. Many have failed. Some have done very well. Some have done okay. Am I qualified to speak on business? Yeah, you know what? It's probably one of the few things that I am qualified to speak on in certain ways. So are we a business podcast? Yeah, we are a business podcast. I mean, we're not, but maybe we will be. Maybe we'll talk about my businesses. Many restaurants. I had a lube company that failed. I have restaurants that have failed. I think there's another business that I had that failed. And any real businessman, which I am not, but will tell you that failing is part of winning. And for me, it's not about winning, right? For me, it's only about health and love and having a good time. You know, when I was young, it was only up until I was 40, it was having a good time. I didn't want a family. I didn't want anything except for having a good time. Then 4 kids, 3 years, life changes. Now we have a health podcast, a family podcast. And right, is it a family podcast? This is an important question. You know, I'll tell you, let's get cussing, right? Cussing. I love cussing. I cuss a lot. It's a problem. You know, I have a son, a 2.5-year-old, lovely son named Maverick. The other day, he was playing with some little baby proofing foam, and he goes, "What's this guy?" Cute to hear him say that, but not right. You know, what are other friends what are her friends' parents gonna say if my 3-year-old son's dropping F-bombs? So we're not going to do cussing here for now, you know, and if it turns out that people like cussing, we can cuss. We'll get there. But certainly to start it out, I don't want to say I'm a cussing podcast. I don't want people to come here for the curses. I don't want people to come here for vulgarisms. It's always been a part of me, but as I grow into fatherhood, God, I love cussing. It really is fun. And honestly, when you hear a kid curse, it's really funny. But for now, we are not a cussing podcast. So, health podcast, somewhat. Business podcast, probably talk about my businesses a lot. Family cussing, rude, crude podcast, no. I can draw the line. No, we will not be a rude, crude podcast unless this doesn't work, and then no holes barred. That's an interesting phrase, no holes barred. I feel like it doesn't mean what it could mean. But does it? Has it always meant that? And they were just talking about no holds bar. Anyway, we're not a sexual podcast. We are not a sex podcast in any way. When I was young, we're not. That's not what we're into. That's not what I'm about. Yuri, I assume you have had sex? Okay. Well, hey, we got one. Right. So, no, but that's not, we don't want to exclude people. And I think there's so much stimulation, titillation on Instagram, on everything these days. I don't have TikTok, but I'm going to get TikTok. I'm going to get TikTok for this podcast. We're going to figure out TikTok. Me and old Yuri, young Yuri, we're going to get it done. And we're going to be vigilant in monitoring channels, and comments and the community. And I think that's a big thing we hope to build is the community, and we're going to incentivize it. I'm not going to get into exactly right now what we have planned, but if you keep listening, there will be a giveaway. In fact, I am going to say it right now. I will give away a free meal, your choice, Chinese tacos or Thai, to anyone in New York or Philadelphia who comments on this video and brings in 3 people, ats 3 people, mentions 3 people, however it goes, and we will pick someone to give a free meal to. And you know what? If you don't live in New York or Philadelphia, I will send you that meal, but you're going to have to pay for shipping. And we'll figure that out with Venmo or Zelle, or I'll weigh the meal. I'll calculate the price. You'll send the Venmo, and we'll send you that meal. I'm going to make good promises. I don't like the phrase promises made. Actually, I hate the phrase promises made, promises kept. Probably because of everyone that said it. So I'm not going to say we're not keeping our promises. I'm actually going to say I'm going to make promises, but I do promise to send somebody, if any one of our 3 viewers happens to at 3 other people to kind of bring them into the show, I'm not everyone that does that, but we will pick someone who does do that, and hopefully there will be one person that does that. Maybe a couple, but if one person in the comment section will just, tell some people, then maybe we'll get somewhere and we'll have a real podcast. Right now this isn't a podcast. This is just electricity going into some stuff, and eventually will be put on the interwebs and available for download that people won't do at first. And we know that. Okay. I think Yuri, do we understand that we have to build this?
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. We understand that. It's something absolutely we understand. So that's kind of what we are and aren't per say. There's a lot more, that goes into podcasting than just saying what you are and what you aren't, and it's not easy. It's not easy to stand with a microphone, sit with a microphone comfort. All right, it is easy. I'm very comfortable right now. I'm not going to lie. And if anyone doesn't know about, I don't want to brand stuff, but if anyone has bad feet, these Ufus, flip-flops with the support, they're excellent. Really, truly excellent. So we're a health podcast. You know what? We are a health podcast. I'll say that right now. We're not the healthiest health podcast. And we're not, hey, Mom,
All right.
do we have a scale?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to weigh me. That's
It's
what we're
right
going to do.
here under the stereo. You have to pull it out.
You got one right here?
Right here.
Where's the stereo? Can you hand it to me, please?
Yeah, I can.
Excellent. Okay, so you know what? This week we're a health podcast. Actually, we seem almost like health-centric podcast. Okay, let's put this sucker down right here. Okay.
I don't think one does it on a rug.
It's okay. It's okay. Thanks, Mom. Thanks so much. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh, come on. That's okay. 200. It's teetering, but it's 245. Okay, it's 245 pounds. Okay,
250.
Yeah, let's call it 250. Okay, yeah, let's call it 250 because to get down to 240 is going to be real nice. So 245. What's the goal here? The goal is to make 100 episodes and to be down to 200 pounds by the time we get and to be a top podcast by the time we get to 100 episodes. That's a big commitment. I obviously can't ask Yuri to do that. I don't know, but I'm not gonna promise that, okay? But that's our goal. That's our main goal right now, is to get healthy and to keep podcasting to weigh 200 pounds. And we have a visitor, Mr. President. Mr. President. So this is a cat. He was adopted. His name is Mr. President. He was actually adopted by one of my Mexican chefs who had refused to get him neutered. So he was peeing all over the house, so I had to take him. And we did get him neutered. He was a strong cat. He's lost some muscle mass since, but he's a lovely cat, and his name is Mr. President. Are we a pet podcast? You know, my parents stole 2 of my cats. When I got a house and I was waiting for it to get renovated, I moved in here with my family, who I miss very much. And we had all these cats. I had 3, somehow had accumulated 3 cats. And when we moved out, my parents, they kept 2 of them. They decided that they needed these 2 cats, and they do. So we'll have more. You know, are we a pet? We'll probably do some shorts with Mr. President, Brogy, and Cletus, the 3 cats. So maybe we're a pet podcast too. I don't want to say we're not a pet podcast. Now, am I an animal? It's weird. You know, I'm an only child, and this is the house I grew up in, and I wanted a dog my whole life, and I never got a dog. I got one cool cat and one really crummy cat from a pet mill, and I just wanted a dog so badly. And then I grew up, and I finally was like, able to get a dog. And then my wife's friend had these dogs stay with us for a month. And now I'm not a dog person anymore. They're just so smelly. They're just people who have dogs. Maybe tell us, how do you make your dog not smell terrible? Because the breath smells terrible. The fur smells terrible. So maybe we will become a pet podcast. We're not going to get a dog. But one day I'll get a dog. I have sons. I'm going to have to get a dog. Once they prove that they can pick up dog poop, they're going to get a dog, and I'm just going to make fun of them for, stuff. So, okay. So possibly a pet podcast, but not likely. So what other kinds of podcasts are we not? Okay. News. Are we a news podcast? Yuri, do you think we're a news podcast? Okay. I guess we're, but it's funny it's great. We have two sound effects on the board, and we already got them going. Give me that fart one more time. Let it ride. Let it ride. Wow. Epic. You ever farted like that, Yuri?
Every day.
I don't believe you. Although maybe it was a bit Slavic sounding. Maybe all the rutabagas kind of. I could see it. But hey, that's not us. We are not a fart podcast. That was an old sound effect from 7 years ago when I bought the sound device thinking we would start a podcast then. So 7 years, guys. This is literally 5 to 7 years in the making. So very excited just to be here doing it. We're doing it. I'm doing it big time, small time, very small time right now. Probably we'll get, you think we'll get 100 views? Well, it's okay. Even if we don't get 100 views, it's okay. You got to start somewhere. And one thing's for sure is I don't feel the need to shut up. But we do have lots of exciting segments for the future. We have lots of plans, lots of different things. Again, my notes are at home, but that's okay. And I didn't even want to really get into that this week because I really want this week, the inaugural episode, the pilot podcast, the percolator, combobulator, it's not necessarily, we don't know what we are, okay? We got a man, we got a big Slavic man, we got some equipment. We don't even have a mic. Look, I don't even have a mic stand. I thought I had a mic stand, and I don't. So this is supposed to be, I actually have, if you'll notice here, I have all these different tables that I got. We were going to compare tables for mic stands, and then I don't even have a stand for the mics, so I have to hold it. Great. A thing we can improve on. Many things we can improve on. If anyone listens to this, do we want to hear what? Yes, we want to hear what you have to say, because this is a family. We are in this together. I am a family man now. All I am in my core is a family man. So you can be, we want you. This is a family. This show is a family. It will be a family. And so, yeah, I would, let us know what you think. Yuri, do we have an email address?
No.
Okay. That's okay. And that's okay. We don't have an email address. How cool is that? We're really bootstrapping it. I got kicked out of my house for playing Fortnite, a little bit of ganj, 2 a.m, twins crying. I get it. I really do get it. But, sometimes life gives you lemons, and you get this a top podcast, and you don't get it. No one gives you a top podcast. You have to build a top podcast. And, I was just so tired. I just couldn't listen to other people talk anymore. It was weird. I listen to podcasts every day of my life for the past 16 years, pretty much. And I couldn't anymore. I could only, at this point, it's like, I hate listening to a couple comedians and UFO stuff. Okay. Hey, another type of podcast, conspiracies. There's a lot of, there's big business in conspiracy theories. But that's, God, is that what we are? I'm going to have to do some more research, right? The weird thing is, so I was not a conspiracy theorist ever. And I didn't believe in aliens ever. And then it turns out like aliens are very, very real. Conspiracies are basically all real except flat earth. Like we went to the moon. Okay. We went to the moon, right? But what was that press conference? What was the press conference when the astronauts got home? I don't know. And then it makes me, but I don't want to be a conspiracy podcast, but I think conspiracies are part of the fabric of America and the world, and we would be remiss if we didn't. Okay, here we go, Brogy. And here's the other cat that my parents. Oh my God, this dude's a big dog. This is Brogy. He's a big cat. He's not super nice. Hey, Dad, can I take the things off there? Okay. That's okay. Maybe we're a Jingle Bell podcast. We wouldn't be the first or the last, I'm sure. Conspiracies, unfortunately, are a decent part of my life right now. I can't say I'm proud of that. But I don't, maybe we will get into it. I mean, Yuri, would you be interested in maybe researching a conspiracy and presenting a conspiracy?
Yes, absolutely.
I bet. And I bet there's some cool ones. I bet, over in those parts, they have some real cool conspiracies involving monsters, involving Nazis. A good Nazi conspiracy is, it doesn't matter who you are. If you hate Nazis or you like Nazis, you love a good Nazi conspiracy. Did you hear about Hitler's wiener? This is a health podcast. So in talking about Hitler's wiener now, we're not a sexual podcast, but this is part of the health podcast. Did you know Hitler had a super messed up wiener? Something called hypospadia?
No.
Basically had an undescended testicle, a whole malformed wiener with multiple holes in it, peeing out everywhere. So that's actually not a conspiracy. That's a health aspect, but it's a conspiracy if people think that that's just put out there to deride Hitler because he was such a great guy, and that's just slander, which obviously is very true. Okay, so I think we've basically cleared up what we're not and possibly are. So then what do we have? Well, okay, news. News is a very popular form of podcast these days. It might even be the most popular. In fact, I meant to turn my phone off. Seems like it's been on this whole time. Let's look at the top podcasts. If I could spell podcast, that'd be good. Okay, boop, new, home. Not my top shows. Not I might like. Popular shows. Okay, none of these are news. Ezra Klein is news. Daily Show is news. Okay, so you know what? People don't like news. Screw it. We're not doing news then. Although sometimes it is important to talk about news. It's just I think in this world right now, the news is... I don't even remember the last good news. It's like you get a good AI news and then many bad AI news is terrifying. And of course, the wars, the genocides, the gas prices, the taxes, the national debt. News is a huge bummer. It's weird. Maybe we should really steer away from news. I don't think I'm qualified to speak on it, although I am a voracious consumer of news, so there's a chance we are a news podcast. And I think basically what I'm trying to paint the picture for us guys is we are what we want to be, right? And we will be what we want to be if we can. And maybe we can. And we're going to try. We're going to not stop trying in the next, I imagine, couple weeks. We'll at least give this a couple shots. And what happens, happens. And I'm really excited. I'm excited to be here with you folks. I'm excited to learn with you folks, to figure out what it is, what we're doing, the kind of stuff we're talking about. And will we have guests? Oh my God, I have so many guests planned, right? I mean, I can't just do this by myself, obviously. I'm about to faint right now. How long have we been doing this? 5 minutes? Are we 5 minutes in? So I guess what kind of things do we have in store for you guys? We have lots in store for you guys. I don't want to, but I think before we tell you everything that's going on, like we have to kind of figure out a little more about who we are. So I should talk about me. Okay. I think first of all, why am I wearing these sunglasses, right? I'm not a sunglasses person, ever. And I know they don't look cool. I was cool for 1 year in high school. I've never been cool since. And I get that. So why am I wearing these sunglasses? Do I think I'm cool? Do I think they make me look cool? No, they literally allow me to talk. If I didn't have my glasses on, I would just be staring at the camera, feeling real awkward, looking real stupid. Put these on, bam. I'm in my own world. I can close my eyes when I'm talking. You don't even know I'm closing my eyes, and I'm just keep going, and I'm getting to the meat of it. I'm getting to understand the intricacies, into the minutia, into the atoms, without looking like a total idiot, right? It's like that. So that's why I'm wearing the sunglasses for everyone that's probably very judging. And when I say everyone, I mean no one that's watching this, and that's okay. So will the glasses be here next week? I don't know. We'll see. I'll look what goes on. We'll read the comments. I'll cry. We'll ignore the comments, and I'll put the glasses back on. And that's just what it's going to be for now. But again, there's two types of people in this world, okay? There's people that believe in evolution, and there's people that don't believe in evolution. And I guess now there's the third part, which is me, which believes in some sort of evolution/alien interference, which I know sounds crazy to most of you, but for some of you, you're like, yeah, I know, right? And the info is all out there, and maybe, we'll do an episode about aliens and UFOs, which is a huge interest of mine, but I don't think of that many people out there, so I'm going to keep it to family, fake news, health, and conspiracy theories. So me. Little bit about me. I obviously got kicked out of my house playing Fortnite, smoking weed. It's okay. We'll be back. We'll be back because I am a family man. I live for my family and nothing else. Okay. So who's my family? My family is my lovely wife, Molly, real name Asama Porn, Ramsack. Hilarious. We have her mother-in-law lives with us, Tong Suk, Ramsack. She takes care of our children. We have currently 3 children with a 4th on the way. Our oldest is 2.5 years old, Maverick. Then we had twins born last February, 3 full months premature. 26 weeks. These kids were in incubators for months. Then we got them home after 3 months, and they're doing awesome. Considering, everything is considering, but we feel super lucky. So that's my family right now. And that's it. That's my life is my children and this podcast, right? And that's going to be my life now. My life is this podcast and my children. And honestly, we are a family podcast because I'm going to my children are very cute. So Yuri, throw up a picture. No? Okay. That's okay. And that's okay. Look, we don't have a screen yet. We don't have mic stands yet. We don't have XLR cords. I see that as a positive, right? We are starting at the bottom where we are here, and we will hopefully grow. We will try to grow. And if you ain't trying, you dying, which is, I don't think, a phrase, but is true, right? You can never stop fighting. So that's me. That's my family. They'll be incorporated. They'll be all over the social media pages for this. They're going to be obviously more likable than I am. Okay, so that's me. And a businessman, right? Got my degree in neuroscience and psychology. Then did nothing with it. Became a classically trained thespian, which is also not true because it was just a 2-year theater school. I don't think that is actually classically trained. I think you'd have to go to school for many years, more than just 2 years. But I killed it there, and then did nothing, and ended up owning a chain of Chinese restaurants, taco restaurants. My wife owns Thai restaurants, technically under my name, but really her restaurants. And so business. So yeah, I'm a businessman. It's not my, I don't really totally feel qualified to talk about businesses. Last year was we here at the Experience we want to be honest, right? We want to shoot people straight, and we want to kind of show ourselves. I think that's actually going to be an important part is about what we do is kind of showing ourselves and opening up. And if we have troubles and we have sadness, we have depressions, really gets dark. It gets dark. I mean, Yuri, do you have sadness?
Never.
Okay. That's probably right. And that's cool. Yes. Right. So first of all, subscribe. Okay. We're going to take a moment here. Okay. If you are actually watching this and you didn't already turn it off and you're at this point, we're just going to wait. You're going to hit the subscribe button, and a like. You're going to give us a like and a subscribe right now. So we'll wait. Okay. Liked and subscribed. You know what? Give him the intro song one more time. Give him a little second to yeah. Like and subscribe and like to our little podcast. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Please do it right now. Do it right now. Do it right now. Great. That's one step done. One step closer to having a real podcast, right? You're not a real podcast. I would say what makes you a real podcast, there's only one thing that makes you a real podcast. Do you have 10,000 subscribers? Five? I don't even want to say that much. How many subscribers would it take for me to keep this thing going? Okay. It would take, I don't know how the finances work, but I'm going to say 5,000. I'm going to say if we get 5,000 subscribers, then that's a podcast. So right now we're not a podcast. We're a show. First of all, we were never a podcast. We're a show. It can be consumed in podcast audio form. It can also be consumed, pardon me. And I said we weren't going to be vulgar. I said pardon me. But we're gonna get it, We're gonna get it. We're gonna get those likes. We're gonna get those subscriptions. I'm gonna put now. Look, back to the business. I had a very, very difficult 2025 where I basically lost everything. Up until then, I was riding real high, looking like business was booming, and it's actually a great lesson to how you have one bad business, it can sink all your other businesses. So there's very many lessons to learn that I learned that I'd love to share with people. So that's one thing we're going to be doing. We're going to be sharing business lessons. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to doctors. I always thought, I know a bunch of doctors. Yeah. So we might have an Ask a Doctor segment where we talk to doctors, and hopefully our fans or our family will write in and ask questions about a doctor. So that's one thing that's going down for sure. Yeah, so we just have a lot, look, it might seem bare bones now, right? And it is bare bones. But this is the pilot, baby. We're just getting going. So just know, every week, next week, you're going to see changes. You'll probably see a mic stand. We'll have some more stickers in the window. I'll have stuff, we're doing it, and I think we're committed to doing it weekly, and I'm in it. I'm in this health family. Okay, is it a real thing? People want to know, is it a comedy podcast? No, it's not. Unfortunately, here's the thing about me, right? People say I'm funny. None of those people are funny themselves. That was a very hard moment in my life to realize that, my whole life people telling me I'm funny. Those people are very not funny. And the funny people I know think I'm really not funny. So that I can't claim to be given that. I can't claim to be a comedy podcast ultimately, which was always my dream, I suppose, but that's okay too, because like I said, my goal is singular. My goal is live 25 years, spend time with my family. And in a way, you're participating in that. This is kind of like, I'm so unhealthy. Hopefully we're going to get healthy together. You'll see my transformation. You'll see this is gone. This is going to go. And this is going to go. Yuri's going to help me. Yuri's brother Max is going to help me. Big, giant, enormous, muscle-bound dude. And we're going to do this together as a family, and hopefully some of you will have a journey towards health that we can do together. Because I'll tell you, being unhealthy stinks. It really stinks. And you basically get a precipice. Like it's probably played out, but it's like you hit 40 and then your body dies. It just starts dying. Everything starts messing up. Never had feet problem. Now I have both feet problems. Pretty pathetic. I'm basically like using my son's handicap placard because my feet are messed up. If anyone needs it, like I can't walk a lot of the time. Just God, very upsetting for a 43-year-old man. But that's our journey, So this is stuff that we're going to do together. We're going to get my feet right. Hopefully we're going to get your feet right. Yuri's feet are perfect. High arches, big, strong feet. Damn. And that's life, and it's not for me to covet Yuri's feet. It's not for Yuri to covet, my assets. Yeah. So I think, thank you for watching. If you've been watching, please, you already liked and subscribed. So I know I don't have to say that again. Please, in the comment section, tag 3 people. If you do that, we will pick someone to get a free meal, either in New York or Philadelphia, or sent to you if you pay for the shipping. And maybe, and right now we're going to do that every week. So tune in every week. That's right. There's prizes. That's one thing I can do. I can give you Chinese food and tacos and Thai food. Yeah, so then that's the community we're building here. You know, I guess one of my real hopes is if we can do a picnic one day. I would like to do before, well, let's see. If we want to say, we're saying we're going to give ourselves 100 episodes, okay? And I don't know that we'll make it 100 episodes, but Yuri, you think we can make it 5?
We will 100.
Yes, that is my man, Yuri. That is why he is here. We are making it to 100 episodes. By the time we get to 100 episodes, we will be a top podcast, and I will weigh 200 pounds, okay? And that's what's happening. That's about 2 years away. That's a long time. Who knows what's going to happen? But we're committed to that, okay? We're going to fight for that, and we're all in this together. It's not about me living. It's not about Yuri finding a wife or a boyfriend and getting married. That's not what it's about. It's about us together building this thing brick by brick, mortar by mortar, nail by nail, cigarette break by cigarette break, but not me, not us. We don't. That's what's be very unhealthy, but it's something it seems like construction workers do. Meatball sandwich by meatball sandwich. So that's what we are. That's who we are. Things we got coming. We got Ask a Doctor. We're going to do stuff with cheesesteaks. How could we not? How could we not do stuff with businesses? Maybe we'll even podcast, videocast, Ucast from my restaurants. There's, how many are there now? There were a bunch, then we lost a couple. Some I can't go to. 6. I would say we got 6 at least restaurants we can go to of mine. And, I have, we can other places too. Dad, you think anywhere you think we should podcast from? I'm sorry? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah, and I'm committed to health. I'm committed. So I guess for now, this week was a health podcast. It was really health centric. Next week might be different. Perhaps World War III will have started, and then we're going to be a war correspondent podcast. What is it called? SIGINT? We're going to be a SIGINT podcast. I'm going to tell you where the map lines are. I'm going to tell you who dropped what missiles where, which factions are fighting who. The Chechens. What are the Chechens up to? Obviously nothing. And that's it, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it's not. So, thanks for listening. Did we make it? Did I do it? Or we did it? We did it. We're doing it. Hey. We're basically there, man. We basically did it. We did this together. We made a podcast. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. It's, and no one really did people support me? Obviously Yuri supported me. My wife could literally not have been less supportive. I probably have angry text messages right now. And that's okay. And that's okay too, because let me tell you, life isn't about being supported by your wife or your husband. Okay. Life is about, I don't get it. And maybe we should talk about personality disorders. Mental. I myself, full disclosure, Honesty Podcast. That's what we do here. We keep it real. Right now, I'm actually in the midst of mental health testing myself. They're doing all sorts of testing. It takes many, many days. And when I get the report, I'll share it with you guys. What kind of crazy am I? Because obviously it takes a certain type of crazy to do this, to talk into a microphone, to wear sunglasses, to lose $1 million. And that's cool, because as we all know, that's how stuff gets done, with crazy people working with not crazy people. And that's how the world was built. That's how everything good in this world was built. Except bridges, right? Bridges and buildings those guys are, if you've ever met an architect, they are not fun people. And that's something, maybe, is this an Architectural Digest? No, it's not. That's one thing. You know what? I will confidently say that for now, we are not an Architectural Digest podcast. Mom, what kind of podcast do you think, video podcast do you think we should, what are we?
It defies my abilities to identify.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom. That's real. That's very real. That's very real. Do you think we should be a conspiracy podcast?
No.
Do you think we should be a health podcast?
I think you should just do things as it goes along. It should be organic.
Yes, everyone knows organic nuggies are the best nuggies. It's the best way. Organic food, organic growth. No, well, we're going to have to supercharge it a little. I don't have time for all that. But, all right. Well, you know what? I think we did it. That about wraps it. Let's do it. Congratulations. Podcast number 1.